everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, I have a chilling story just for you. So turn off the lights, tuck yourself in, and let this story haunt you softly as you drift off to sleep. But be careful. Some stories stay with you, even in your dreams. This is the Whispering House. In a quiet town nestled in the wooded hills of Pennsylvania, there was a house that everyone avoided. It was an old, decaying Victorian mansion known to the locals as the Whispering House. For over 70 years, no one had lived there, and those who dared to get too close would report hearing faint whispers coming from behind the broken windows, even when the wine was still. Legend said that in the 1950s, a family of 4 lived in the house: a husband, wife, and their 2 children. One stormy night, something terrible happened. No one knows exactly what, but by morning, the house was silent and the family was gone. No bodies were ever found. The only thing left behind were claw marks on the inside of the bedroom doors and a single note scrawled in red crayon: "She feeds on fear." Decades later, Lisa, a college student who had just moved to town, heard the legend from a classmate. Curious and skeptical, she decided to explore the house with 2 of her friends, Jake and Morgan. It was late October, and the fog that night was especially thick. They brought flashlights, a camera, and enough bravery to ignore every warning they'd ever heard. The second they stepped inside, the air grew heavy, the house groaned as if it were alive. Their flashlights flickered, and the floorboards creaked with every step, though none of them felt alone. Jake laughed nervously. "It's just an old house." But then, from the top of the stairs, they heard a soft voice whisper, "Come play with me." Lisa looked up and saw a shadow move quickly past the landing. She followed it, thinking it was a prank or maybe a reflection. But as she reached the hallway, the temperature dropped sharply. Frost began to creep along the walls. There, at the end of the corridor, stood a little girl in a tattered white dress. Her head tilted slowly as she stared at Lisa with lifeless, black eyes. "I've been waiting for someone," she whispered, her voice echoing inside Lisa's mind. "She wants someone new." Before Lisa could scream, the girl vanished into the wall. Downstairs, Morgan began to cry. Something was crawling beneath the floorboards, following them from room to room. Jake tried to open the front door, but it was sealed shut, as if the house itself wouldn't let them leave. Suddenly, all the lights went out. The only thing they could hear was a wet, dragging sound, something large and heavy moving just beyond the darkness. And then a low growl, not human, not animal. Only one thing was clear: they were not alone. And whatever was in that house, it was hungry. Police found the front door open the next morning. Lisa, Jake, and Morgan were never seen again, but their camera was recovered on the porch. In the final recording, the screen flickers. The audio crackles, then comes a whisper too close to the mic: "You shouldn't have come." The screen goes black, a child's laughter follows, and then silence. If you're still awake, thank you for listening. But if you're already drifting into sleep, I hope the Whispering House doesn't visit you tonight. Good night, and sweet dreams if you can.